Hey Gemini, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning October the 4th. I wanted to keep the astrological aspects a little bit simplified this week because there is a lot going on when it comes to 7 planets being in retrograde. There is a lot going on when it comes to solar activity, okay? So let's focus on this new moon in Scorpio, and that, my friend, is lighting up your 6th house. Now, I want you to rewind the clock to 2 weeks ago, the first lot of readings I did when I relaunched the quick reads. I mentioned Venus moving into Scorpio, lighting up your 6th house, which is our house of service. It is our house of health. It is our house of daily routines and those metaphysical and emotional questions of, you know, is this serving me? Okay, for better or worse. So maybe something sparked a couple of weeks ago that you became aware of. Now, with this new moon lighting up that same area of your life this week, there's a new beginning, or at least a desire to turn over a leaf in some way. The other focus I wanted to do, Gemini, was all of these Libra placements. Okay, so all month while we're in Libra season, we subsequently have quite a lot of placements in the sign of Libra, and that is lighting up your 5th house, which is all about fun. It is all about romance, creativity, and joy. You know, so when I'm looking at 6th house matters, when I'm looking at 5th house matters together, there's something here about getting great value from incorporating a lot more creativity into your everyday, incorporating a lot more joy. Maybe for many of you, you're noticing your daily routine has changed, or, you know, changed things up quite some because you've activated a lot of creativity in your life, whether you've taken on a new creative project, new job, whatever the case may be, a new romance, okay, and it's shifted your daily routine. Maybe there are bigger philosophical questions at play, wanting to redefine what joy means to me in my life and how I'm going to be incorporating more of that into my daily routine. Or does my job serve me? Does it bring me joy? How can I be more creative in my day-to-day to create true change? Whatever the case may be, Gemini. I wanted to take a look at the reading. I wanted to structure this reading around as above, so below, because there's a lot of internal shifts that happen with retrogrades, but more importantly, they begin and activate due to events and circumstances outside of self. That's what shocks us and awakens us, if you like, that then later brings us into self. So there's this as above, so below energy that I wanted to sort of incorporate in today's reading. And I'm going to be using just simply 2 tarot decks to do that. The regular old Rider-Waite one, and this new deck that I've got, Journey Tarot, which is a beautiful contemporary cute deck. The pictures are quite simplistic, you know, and I like how although they represent traditional tarot cards, I like the artist's interpretation. Alrighty, my friend, let's take a look. This question of, is this serving me? Or how can I serve self when it comes to me and my needs, my joy, my creative needs? All right, we've got the 7 of Swords. Now, I wanted to take a look at this. Now, traditionally in tarot, the 7 of Swords, everyone likes to ring alarm bells the minute it shows up. And I'm not going to doubt that it does rule deception, betrayal, selfishness. But when do we need to be selfish, to be selfless? That's a question worth asking. Or when do I need to be selfish for self, to serve self? Sometimes I have to take what's mine and just focus on me and leave the circus behind me. All right, so when I'm dealing with Geminis, when I'm connecting into Geminis that are dealing with 6th house and 5th house matters, there are big questions here at play about my daily routine and is this serving me? It's affecting my health, okay, for better or worse. The 5th house asks us, when was the last time I remembered to have fun? When was the last time I remembered to incorporate more joy, romance, and creativity in my life? And perhaps alarm bells began to ring when we notice selfish behavior or seven of Swords type behavior around us. And for many Geminis, perhaps you've decided, you know what? No more. I'm not going to take a look back at that. I'm not interested. The question here too, I wanted to ask some Geminis out there, because of this sort of impact of events and connections and circumstances around you, where did you sort of get lost in that in recent times past, in the last few months, in the last year, whatever the case may be, and forgot to notice what is right in front of you? All right, see how he's sort of just ignoring that? He's sort of focused on what was lost or what was before, if you like. Okay, so this beautiful opportunity that's been around you that maybe for many of you are starting to become aware of, you know, circumstances and opportunities that look a lot like this. A cup full of love is what the Knight of Cups presents us. And this could be a creative opportunity. This could be a change in your daily routine, an offer to change something, or an offer that ultimately creates shifts and changes. This is also that metaphysical, you know, cup of love that we give for self, okay, when we say no to everyone else and decide to focus on me, because I deserve joy, I deserve fun, I deserve to have my health, and my mental health is everything, especially if I'm coming out of times like this. This is representing you. This is representing the energy around you that may have triggered. The 7 of Pentacles is a situation that does require us to put a boundary line down and create some assessment. I had to really count my pennies. I had to really dot my I's and cross my T's to get a really, maybe it was a 7 of Pentacles. Maybe it was a pause, okay, in work-related matters on some level. Maybe it was a situation that showed you it's essential to really hold on to your coins, with the 4 of Coins showing up, okay? Maybe the situation also later surprised you that you had quite a lot more than you thought you should, all right? And that pause was necessary. For some of you out there, it was certainly a test of strength that you perhaps probably didn't think you would surpass in some way. And I feel I'm connecting into like the last few months, okay, the most, you know, the distant times was a practical classroom of really, you know, testing your faith in self, testing your faith in, okay, why is all this happening? Maybe these hardships, okay, the 5 of Swords is underneath the deck. Maybe these hardships, challenging times were put on your path for a reason. For many of you, I think you are since coming out of this time where you have had aha moments and recognized what you would no longer accept, is what I do want to say. And you've decided to offer self, okay, serve self. That's the biggest message I'm getting for many Geminis, and especially with 6th house and 5th house adding up. So 6 and 5 adds up to 11. 11 in numerology rules, you know, the higher principles of intuition, you know, it's the master intuitive. This was about connecting into your higher self in many ways and seeing things as they truly were, rather than just sort of being down here on the human. That's what I'm feeling. All right, Gem, that was your quick read for this week. I hope you got something out of that. I have relaunched personal readings and you'll find them in the shop link above in the bio. Until next week, my friend, have an empowered week and take care.